Hello everyone and welcome back to Abundant Automation, where we are currently in the process of getting up to our first external iron deposit. It's pretty exciting, so let's just get up there and see what we do from there. So I'm just gonna rail all this up to here. And that's going to lead back down, and here we have our friendly iron deposit. Let me scan this real quick. So this is, if you've never seen it, this is YARM, yet another resource monitor. And you can just apply it to any resource patch, and you can also apply it to several in a row. If there are several small patches that essentially belong to the same deposit. And then you'll get this entry up here in this list that tells you where you have iron ore, how much you have, how much you're mining per minute currently, and at this rate when it's going to be depleted. And you can also jump to it and look at it, and you can also rename it. Call this one Iron 1. Fun fact, if you're a multiplayer and you do this, other players will actually see your name right here and not above your character anymore, which I find quite amazing. You can really troll people with this. It also works with the smart trains, not the smart trains, the FAT controller, where you remote control trains. You can basically do the same thing. Right. I was just about to say, let's try and do some productive science in between all the more or less useless shite. Alright then, connecting all of this up. All that remains to be done is getting power up and running. We'll signal this later. I mean, technically we don't even need to signal it right now because only one train's gonna be on this whole track at any time, but well. There we are. Let's put this one in too. And let's have a look at this thing. That's accumulators. Let's also get, I don't know, just random signs. How do I want to orient this? I don't think it really matters at this point. Let's put in the junction first. And connect all those up and signal the thing. Now, sometime in the near future, we'll obviously be doing this via blueprints, but for now, just gonna do one or two of them by hand. It's not a big deal. Alright, that should be all of them. And then, yeah, we don't need to do a stacker or any such nonsense here, so all we'll really need to do is just get our mining going. Now this iron we're claiming right here will obviously help us quite a great deal at expanding our economy, so to say. And I think once we actually have this in the back, that oil will most certainly, so not only getting oil into a tank and then letting it rot there, but also using oil to do stuff will be the next item on the menu. And from there, it's most likely gonna be robots, just because I want construction robots, and then also all the things revolving around power armor, personal roboport, so that we can move ourselves about the place a little quicker. Seems like a good thing to do. Alright, now these lanes coming out of here, I probably want to rebalance them and then compress them to go into this upcoming station here. I wonder if we... So I think it's this much for a full turn. Let's try real quick. No, it's one further up. So let's turn around the bottom. So this is gonna go straight ahead, and now I forgot again. So I'm gonna measure again. So for the full loop, we'll need to go down to here. And that's seems to be about right. Yep, there we go. Now that's plenty of space for a station up there, even so much that we can probably do with a bit less of a space there. Let's try. Nope. Alright, we can get rid of this one. Yep, should definitely work. And I don't, well, let me stop and think here for a little bit. Do we want and or need a dedicated player station? I mean, it would be nice if we incorporated it into our designs from the beginning. So let's do that. Let's get you out of the way. Sorry for all the tinkering around here, but that's just part of the game. I didn't really have this figured out 100%, so always making it up as I go along. So like that, and then you go up here, and that'll be that. Yeah, seems about right. So one player station there. And this will be the first possible. And that looks a little ugly. So this will be the first and last possible place for that to be. This will be another merge. Looks pretty okay to me. Let's back this one up a little. And that seems to be about the perfect place for this. Let's call this one Iron 1. Let's have you drive up to it. And yes, that's it. Although, I think it'll be okay for stations so close to the base, but eventually I'll probably want more than one train going to a single outpost, especially for the distant ones. And then we'll probably need to, well, we'll definitely need to leave room for these trains to queue up. And we could definitely do this here, but, well, can't be bothered really. So that's you. That's probably enough space for you as well. Again, we don't need to be so particular about the whole thingy. I don't know what's it's the signaling. All right, let's do this station then. And now that I think of it, can I not just? No, I probably can't. Can I? So these will all be no. These will be fast inserters. And then these will be smart ones, and I can't power them all from here because there needs to be a belt there. So we're just gonna go with the same kind of reasoning that we had with the other, with the unloading station, and we'll take it from there. Even though, yeah, the thing is, this would be way too much for a single, yellow belt. So it's more than 26, but it's probably not more than 52. So, or is it? Let's do a quick head count. So that's 3, 4, 6, 8. It's really difficult to count when the things are flashing here. Right, it's 6, 8, 10, 11. And then that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's 31. Then that's another 18. That's 49. Yeah, so it is actually even more than 2 compressed yellow belts. So I think what we'll do is try this and just, no, the other way around. We'll need to go back for some chests there. I'm gonna do it like this. This will not solve the problem 100%, and it's ugly as hell, but it will work to some extent. Alright, now we need more smart chests. Do we need anything else? I don't think so. Yeah, let's get useless upgrades. Always a nice thing to have. And you go to iron unload, please. We have plenty of coal in there. Now wait for me, please. Right, just getting down here. What do we need for more smart chests? We have enough steel chests, but it's electronic circuits. We also grab some more steel. We're just at that phase of the game where you need lots. And it's all pretty much useless tech, or most of it, but, well, it's tech I want to have, regardless. And look at the speed at which this is going. Alright. Portable solar stuff. I wonder, did we research? Yes, we did. Technically, you don't really need... So, the lab efficiency, it's really not efficiency, it's speed that you're gaining. So it's... Well, it's not really necessary. You could just build more laboratories and be done with it. Another thing that speaks for giving this thing a little bit more room would be that it wouldn't slow down whilst still on the junction. No, I don't think it matters. Won't be here forever anyway, so not that big of a problem. Alright, now all of you will be iron. And more of it. And yet more of it. And then we're gonna need 2 lines coming in here. And that's pretty much exactly what I wanted from this. So let's build a very quick 4-lane balancer here of some description. Those 4 lines flowing in there, into there, and whoops, out that way, and then we're going to compress them back into 2 lines, just so the 2 of those get an equal share. Alright, that's that. Now we need to set up the logic for this. I hope I brought a combinator. I remember crafting one. But where? There. So let's put you there. I can never remember where the input and output side of these things are. I definitely want this one set to divide. Let me check that real quick. Where's my wire? Give me my wire. So that's input. Alright. So then, what we'll do is essentially something pretty simple and ingenious that Matsuri came up with. Can't take credit for it in the slightest, sadly. Yeah, let's do laser turrets. So what we're essentially going to do with all of this wiring is we're going to take the sum of all the items that's in these chests and stuff it in the input of this arithmetic combinator, and then use it to take the average of this, the negative average to be precise, and then connect that output back to the smart inserters and tell them to only work if their chest, so we're going to connect them up with their respective chest, if their chest is contains less items than the average. And what this means is it will essentially fill up the chests evenly without the need of like 20, 40, whatever, 1,000 splitters at every outpost. And at the moment it wouldn't be a big deal. At the moment it would probably be even cheaper to use splitters. But once we get up to Blue Belt, this will definitely be the way to go, resource-wise, space-wise, and also setup time-wise. So yeah, well, the construction of this outpost, or at least the finishing touches, will, however, be something we'll need to think about in the next episode, because we are sadly out of time for this one. So as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Discryant, and I shall see you soon.